Hi, evolutionary biologist and head of the World Rainforest Fund and its founder, David Seaborg again. Hello tonight. I want to talk to you about something I always talk about: science and the environment, and I'm not going to depart from that because this really is an environmental issue, but I did want to address this one because I notice a lot of young people, uh, or you say 20s, are following me. And I wanted to address something that I think will interest you, and that is the effect of social media. Of course, I'm using social media now, so it can have good uses and very bad ones. But I want to talk about how it isolates people and how people end up uh, using social media as a substitute for getting together. Not just social media, it might be texting instead of seeing your friends, and getting a feeling of getting so used to FaceTime, WhatsApp, texting, that you don't get together and see each other, and you get very lonely and isolated. And this is very bad for the psychology and the health, and makes you less productive, by the way. And sometimes people get together on a date, say at a play, and during the intermission, they sit and text instead of talk to each other, or even in restaurants. I've seen people text and look at their cell phones instead of talking to each other and enjoying their food. And there have been studies, of course, have shown this is not good for you, but it's obvious that we evolved in a situation of African savanna in small groups where we were always together and sharing food and hunting together, gathering food together, and being very social and knowing everyone else very well. And so it got evolved into our genes, through natural selection, to be social creatures who need to get together. And it is bad for your heart, bad for your brain, bad for your health and psychology not to be face to face with people, looking them in the eye and talking. So I'm going to leave it at that because I'd really rather have you respond to this and tell me what you think, and whether you want to hear more about this, or whether I should continue on my current talks on biodiversity and my Pachamama theory and the science, as well as plastics, rainforest, uh, climate change, and other environmental issues, or probably best, a combination of all, because they're interrelated. And of course, social media can be a very bad force to make the environment worse or better. And we can talk about that. We can talk about how computers now with AI are causing great um, usage of energy and greenhouse gas pollution and of water. But let me know. Let me know what you think of this. And I wish you the best. Good night.